together and we're going to start this new series on Paul, the Apostle Paul. Who is Paul? It's a big question. And you know, Paul had this life that was significant, that had value. There's a Roman virtue called gravitas. And gravitas is where we get our word for gravity. And it means something that's significant, that's really, that has substance. Gravity, of course, is in play all the time and you really don't notice it, and yet it impacts everything we do. If you look at Paul's life, his life had gravitas. Look in the Bible, consider your scriptures, look at the New Testament, and you find that the Apostle Paul was the author God used to write so much of the New Testament. He's impacted millions upon millions of people with his message of grace. And so our first thought is that he was this incredible man who was holy and perfect and lived this life that was sinless and amazing. And yet as we dig into the scriptures, we learn that Saul persecuted the church. Saul, really, who was Paul before he came to know Christ, he was known as Saul. That was his Jewish name. Saul ravaged the church. He tried to keep the law. He tried to live a holy and righteous life. He tried to self-construct a life of gravitas, of value, based on his religion. And he failed. And he met Jesus Christ. And Christ changed his life. And he went from someone who was trying to keep the law, trying to keep the rules, to someone who was dependent on Jesus Christ. And as Christ lived through him and loved through him, he was able to pen the incredible messages of grace that have impacted our life. Jesus Christ wants to impact us the way he impacted Paul. He wants to change us the way he impacted Paul. He wants to use us for his glory and his honor. Come with us as we explore who is Paul, as we explore his life, as we explore his walk, as we explore how God used him to impact the world. Join us on Sundays as we look at who is this Apostle Paul.